Unfiltered is filmed in front of a live studio camera.
Welcome to Unfiltered. It's another week. And guess what? It's snowing. If you're watching this on Tuesday night, we're in the middle of a big snowstorm. Forecast is for 9+. What can we do? This is February after all. What else has been going on? Geez, not a lot. But then again, maybe a lot more than is said. So let's go over here because all the real action happens over here. Yes, I heard yesterday on Monday that apparently Congress has reached a deal, and they're going to give 1 point something billion dollars for the wall. After 3 weeks of negotiating, it's the same number they had 3 weeks ago. You know what that tells me is these people did absolutely zero work over the past 3 weeks. Yeah. This has become the norm for the government. Not a lick of work. And then you look at the candidates for president that are coming forward. It's going to be a list a mile long. All these people already hold office, yet they are going to spend the next 8 months not working. Oh, don't worry, they're still going to get their $180,000 a year paycheck. But they will not be working. They'll be out campaigning. Senator Elizabeth Warren, what about all her senatorial duties? While she's off gallivanting around the country, bad-mouthing Trump. You know, it's crazy. Although, you know, some of the ideas I'm kind of for. You know? Yeah, I'm pretty psyched and kind of saddened that I probably won't live long enough to see it, but this whole universal income thing. Wow! I've been waiting for this for 30 years. For somebody to give me a paycheck for doing nothing. Yes. And let me tell you, when money starts rolling in and you don't have to do anything for it, guess what? You're just not going to do anything. But that's the cool thing. That's the best thing in the world. We can all just sit here and collect all that money the government's given us and sit back on our yachts with our drinks and our cigarettes and, oh, never mind, no cigarettes because, again, there's probably a bad thing. But hey, we'll be able to sit on our yachts, you know, collecting money. Fishing every day, imagine that. Of course you don't, because it will never happen. You can't just, here's a better idea. I had a better idea. Well, I didn't have this idea. It's an idea that was floated by somebody that I heard about. A economic relief plan that I heard about, it must have been a couple of years ago now. It was a one-time payout. So here's what you do. Everybody that's on the tax rolls that anybody that filed taxes and their gross income was less than, pick a number, arbitrary number, $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 a year, okay? Let's say $200,000 a year. Anybody who makes less than $200,000 a year gets a one-time check for $150,000. Do with it what you want. You can invest it. You can blow it all on cocaine and hookers. But after you've blown it all on cocaine and hookers, that's it. You're friggin' poor again. And there will be no more relief. You get it? It's up to people to be smart with their money. That's what it's about. It's about responsibility. How many people would take that $150,000 and quit their job? You know, I bet some would. You know, some would go, oh, I just hit the jackpot, $150,000. I don't have to work for the next year, 2 years, 3 years. I had something else in my mind that was there a second ago and it just disappeared. But I'm sure it'll come back around in that big spindle that I've got going around in there. So a one-time payout, that makes sense, right? It came back. See, I told you it would. Where are we going to get that money? Everybody says, where are you going to get the money, Rick? Where are you going to get the money? And they don't say it like that. They basically go, yeah, all right, where are you going to get the money, Rick? Because, you know, I'm not one of those smart guys in town. Here's where you're going to get the money. You're going to get it out of the military budget. I know, I'm strictly pro-military because I was a veteran and I think that everybody should serve. You know, here's the thing. I do not believe that you should be president or that you should be even qualified to be president unless you have served in the United States military. Last one, Reagan, I believe, was the last sitting president, was the last president that actually served in the military? Yeah. I think president should serve in the military. Now, back to the whole budget thing. Yes, you get the money for this one-time payout from the military budget, but not the operational military budget. You don't take it away from military operations. You take it away from military development. Take it away from the black programs. You know, these super secret programs that nobody knows about. There's no oversight on any of the money that's spent. You want to talk about black holes? And yes, black projects have been responsible for such things as GPS and stealth technology and wireless communication and all of that kind of stuff. But when you're talking about the economics of a country's people, sometimes you have to put the R&D on the back burner. Take care of the people. You make the people strong, that will make the country strong. Yeah. We just passed here in Keene, we just sent all the school budget and all the warrant articles onto the warrant for March's meeting. School budget came up to 66 and change, $66 million and change for a year to operate our school, our town's schools. That's a lot of money. You know? One of the biggest is, I'm going to start pissing people off now. Because I'm going to talk about a very uncomfortable subject. That's uncomfortable and personal to a lot of people. All this talk about abortion. Yeah. The pro-life people believe that every life is worthy. The pro-choice people say it should be up to, you know, the mother. And why they don't say the mother and father, I don't know. The doctors should have a hand in that choice. When you look at the school budget, a large majority of the school budgets these days is for special education. Is for America's Americans with Disabilities Act, the equality of handicapped people, developmentally disabled people, the equality in education for those folks. It's a huge burden. See, some of you who have been following along, a lot of you sitting at home are completely lost. They go, why is he talking about special education? He was just talking about abortion. Some of you people are getting it. Some of you people are following me and know exactly where I'm going with this. Because if abortions are going to be legal, then there should never ever be a child born with a disability. Go ahead, scream at your TV all you want. I can't hear you. But what if it's rape? Well, there are such things as adoption. You know, there are people that can't have children, that would love to have children. What about adoption? You know? That system's overburdened too. And again, what it comes right down to is that choice before the choice for adoption, abortion, or any of that. It's that first choice as to, you know, protecting yourself when you have sex. It's it is a choice to have a kid. Most of the time. That's, you know, excluding rape. But rape is a crime. And again, you know, if you would stop coddling criminals and you would start imposing penalties on people that make future criminals stop and think about the consequences of their actions. The legal system is so screwed up in this country. You know, we want to allow abortions on full-term babies, but you don't want to impose the death penalty on somebody who's killed a bunch of people. My God. Again, when abortion becomes a normal, everyday thing, then, I mean, with all the advances in medicine, ultrasounds and all different kinds of tests that they can do now to ensure the health of the baby, if an ultrasound shows that your baby is missing an arm, should you abort it? What kind of life can a kid with no arm have? Well, we've spent the last 30 years saying that a kid with no arm can have a perfectly normal life. Yes, there are more challenges. Yes, it's more expensive for a kid with no arm to make it through life. But does that mean that he should be aborted? I don't think so. Again, the only reason for abortion would be the health of the mother. That would be the only acceptable reason. There you go. I've been wanting to talk about some stuff, and it always slips my mind when I get in here to do the show. I want to talk about technology because this is the thing that will kill us. Technology is what makes man so dangerous to this planet. Everybody's screaming lately about the new Green Deal, and I haven't read the thing. I just, see all the different posts and see that googly-eyed congresswoman from New York, the crazy one, ranting on with all her non-knowledge that she's got and unicorn dreams. Let's put everybody on high-speed trains. Well, do you realize that you can get on an airplane in Boston and be in Los Angeles in 6 hours in an airplane? In order for a train to do that, a high-speed train, you're going to put something on rails that goes 700 miles an hour? Get out of here. Come on. And as far as freedom goes, my personal vehicle is my freedom. When you start introducing mass transit, guess what? Everybody does things at the exact same time. And you live on their timetable. Whose life is this? Are you going to live your life wrapped around somebody else's timetable? If you're living on mass transit, you sure are. Well, I don't have to be to work till 10, but the train comes at 7, so guess what? I have to be on the train at 7. That's 2.5 hours probably that you could have spent with your family and kids. Yeah. So, technology. Let's talk about technology. Let's talk about the fact that technology is designed to make us more comfortable. Again, such narcissism and selfishness in all of this. Technology. Yes, I want the reward before I do the work. And it bleeds over into life. This whole instant gratification thing. People go, oh no, I want my reward first. And then I'll work, or maybe I won't. It doesn't work that way, people. Technology has done nothing but make humans weaker and less capable and lazier. Technology makes us lazy. Starting with, and let's talk automobiles. The amount of technology that has gone into automobiles, but yet they're more dangerous than they were in the 60s and 70s. Even with all of the systems and everything in place. And they're more expensive. It used to be, you want your window rolled down? Reach over and you roll it down. Now you want your window down, what do? You push a button. What happens if that little computer chip goes, you pushed a button, nothing happens. What's even worse, if you got your window down and that little computer chip goes, then you push the button to put your window up because it's pouring or it's snowing. And guess what? You push that button, nothing happens. Yeah, it's an $800 computer chip. You know, I am not that lazy that I need to just push a button to roll down a car window. And everything is becoming like that. Well, remote control for your TV because you can't get up and walk 4 steps to your damn TV to change the channel. Yes. Look at it. Everybody, I mean, people scream every day about, systematic failure of this, systematic failure of that. The system has not changed. There is nothing wrong with the system. It is the people that have changed. The people have gotten more selfish, lazier, angrier, less tolerant than ever before. Because if something makes them uncomfortable, it's bad. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why people don't see it. We want to do less, but we want more. You want a happy life, but you don't want to invest in your own life. You say you're all stressed out. You need a vacation. You can't ever take a vacation because things are so important. Nothing is more important than you, than your health, than the health of your mind, especially. And you have to come to a point where you see that, where you can't live your life worried about 6 billion other people. Because, they won't worry about you. So why not worry about yourself? Why not worry about your own responsibilities? Make your life better. Make the people immediately surrounding you better. Again, money is the root of all evil. Amazon. Everybody screams and yells about how horrible Amazon is. And Walmart's the same way. Everybody screams about how horrible Walmart is, how horrible Walmart treats its employees, how bad they are for the economy and for our country. And, it's the same with Amazon. Amazon, they don't believe in unions and they don't treat their people right. And they got robots doing everything instead of people and they're making billions but you're still buying from them. Yeah. And people don't want to participate anymore. People want to just bitch and piss and moan like me on this TV show. Sure, I could go out and start protesting things and doing all this crazy stuff, but you know, what is that going to get me? It's going to get me just a huge waste of time. You know, my life is valuable in the moment. You know, I don't have time to think about 10 years down the road because this moment is the only thing that matters right now. This moment. We live in the moment. The past is the past. We should look at it and we should learn from it. The future is the future. Whatever it holds, we take on. You know? So, that's real quick because the time's running down. Let's talk about this whole ruining the environment, melting ice caps, you know, unbreathable air and all this. And all I'm going to say is one word that you folks seem to all believe in. Evolution. If evolution is a real thing, then why won't we evolve and adapt to our environmental conditions at any time? You know, think about that. You either believe in evolution or you know, or you don't. So I'm down to about 30 seconds, so let's go back over here and wrap it up. Not a lot going on. The school board meeting tonight was not done live because they moved it from the Keene High School LGIA Center to the SAU conference room at the SAU central office on Maple Ave. But I taped it tonight and it'll be on later on in the week. Until next time, I'm Rick Blood. This is Unfiltered. Peace.